Strap yourself in, boys. We're starting the holidays right with a heartswarming swap by Trinary. Let's get started. Chapter 1. Pristine white snow, Cloudsdale's finest, blanketed Ponyville. Fluttershy trudged through the thick snow as she made her way to Town Hall. She could have flown, but she wasn't in a terrible hurry. In truth, she was a little, okay, a lot, nervous of what she was going to ask. The mayor let them use the hall as a place to practice and rehearse the heartwarming Eve play Princess Celestia wanted them to perform in Canterlot. Fluttershy gave a little shiver that had nothing to do with the cold. The idea of performing in front of so many ponies was terrifying, but every pony was so excited about the idea that Fluttershy didn't want them to be disappointed, or worse, turn it down on her account. It was a request from the princess, after all. She swallowed nervously, dreading the expected confrontation she'd be having in a few minutes, hence why she was walking. But soon she found she couldn't put it off any longer, she finally reached her destination. She gently knocked on the door, and let out an alarmed squeak when the door flung open and she was abruptly pulled in. "There you are, Fluttershy!" Rainbow Dash announced. "We were wondering what was keeping you. Twilight will be here any moment. Then we can start. I've been totally practicing my Commander Hurricane."
About that.
She started before Pinkie Pie suddenly appeared, bouncing around them.
We're gonna be in a play. We're gonna be in a play. It's gonna be super fun because we get to dress up and pretend to be somebody else. It's like everything. Ooh! Do you think they'll give us Kitty with celebrate costumes?
Verity, as she checking her eyelashes in the mirror, let out a sigh as she put her makeup fusses aside.
Very Pinkie Pie, do calm down. This isn't simply play acting. This is a pageant.
She brought her hose up to her face dramatically.
Oh, the class, sophistication, a cantalot. Kings, Pinkie Pie added.
Doing her best to ignore her, Rarity pressed on.
Add on to the drama of an age-old story that shaped our society. It's Kings.
Now flustered, Rarity humped.
It's a height of cultural events for this time of year.
Pinkie Pie gave her a look. Rarity sighed.
Yes, Pinkie Pie, we can't be gains.
Applejack, resting in a chair leaning against the wall, with her hat lowered to her eyes, glanced over to the door.
Wonder what's keeping Twilight.
Can't do much until she gets here. Well, if they're having a scripts and whatnot. A sudden burst of magic light heralded Twilight's arrival, right in front of Applejack. Surprise! The far point flailed her forelegs as if her chair toppled over, taking her with it.
I'll...
Rainbow Dash burst out laughing, while Fluttershy gasped.
Applejack, are you okay?
I'm fine, Applejack sighed, landing on dignity.
Okay.
Fluttershy looked at Twilight.
Are those the script outlines for the play?
Twilight nodded. There was an old tradition with the Heartwarming Eve pageant. The primary source of information for the age's events came from the Clover's journal. Naturally, as he wasn't present for all the events, nobody knew for sure exactly what was said. By the time somebody thought to write down, years had passed. A tradition arose around that, rather than writing a single script out for a cough for all the sequential actors to follow, each cast would come up with their own lines of dialogue. While they would keep to the events transcribed in Clover's journal, each performance of the play was slightly different, making each performance unique and exciting. What Twilight gave out were the outlines based on the journals. I have copies for each of you. If you want, I could work with each of you and try to make sure your dialogue is period accurate.
I think we'll be fine, Twi.
Rainbow snatched one for herself and began to flip through it. As the others began to crowd around Twilight to get their own, Fluttershy saw her chance to speak to Rainbow privately. Screwing up her courage and taking place, Fluttershy took a deep breath, and a hushed squeak came out.
Did you hear Rainbow Dash?
Rainbow didn't seem put off by her nervousness. One grew used to it.
Sure, Fluttershy, what's up?
Sea Eye scanned the script.
Could probably make that line sound cooler.
Fluttershy struggled, unsure how to start.
Commander Hurricane was an awesome pony, wasn't he?
The use of the word sounded strange in her mouth, like trying to a strange piece of foreign food. Dash nodded eagerly.
He sure was. He repelled the Griffin players from Cloudsdale and led the attack that drove out the Dragon Alcanon from the northern regions and...
She gussed on in that vein for a good half minute. Fluttershy's smile required a Herculean effort to maintain as he felt her spirits fall.
Rainbow Dash doesn't usually get this excited over history. She must really like Commander Hurricane.
She thought about what to do. She was broken out of her reverie by Rainbow lightly tapping on her head.
Hey, Fluttershy, you home?
She blushed, her teeth prickling.
I'm sorry. It was nothing.
Fluttershy started to back away, but found herself blocked by Rainbow.
Hey, come on. You can tell me. Is there something up about the play?
Not trusting herself to speak, Fluttershy nodded.
What is it?
Rainbow's frown.
You nervous about performing on stage?
Fluttershy shook her head.
Oh, no. Well, yes, but... Oh, this is so hard. Rainbow Dash, I want to ask you something.
More confused than earlier, Rainbow tilted her head.
Okay. You can ask me anything, Shy. What do you want?
Swallowing nervously, Fluttershy slowly reached out a hoof and pointed to the script of Rainbow's host.
I don't get it. You're going to get your own skip, Fluttershy. What is it?
Fluttershy took the deepest breath she could and then let it all out on the rest.
I want to be Commander Hurricane, but only if you want me to.
She clapped her hands over her mouth as if trying to take back her words. Rainbow Dash was nearly knocked back on her host.
You what?
Her brain tried to reconcile her mental image of Fluttershy with what she was asking. Couldn't do it.
Fluttershy, this is Commander Hurricane, one of the greatest heroes of Pegasopolis. He's brave, fearless, and loves to battle, and you're, well, you. What would you even want?
Her question died on her lips when Fluttershy shrunk down and hid beneath her mane, whimpering slightly. Realizing she had said the wrong thing, Rainbow backpedaled.
I'm sorry, Fluttershy. You know I think you're awesome, right?
She waited for Fluttershy to poke her face back out. After giving her an encouraging smile, Fluttershy nodded.
Right. I guess you kind of caught me off guard. I mean, I didn't think Commander Hurricane was your kind of thing. You're a great fit for Private Pansy, though. I would really, really like to be Hurricane, though.
Fluttershy spoke up.
But then I had to be Pansy. She groaned. She's so meek and quiet and uncool. I had to act like that in front of all of Camelot. It'd be so embarrassing. It's a play. We're supposed to be acting different and pretending to be different ponies.
Fluttershy pointed out.
I think they'd be impressed that you were able to act less like yourself because some point totally different.
Rainbow Dash hesitated, and Fluttershy realized she had a chance.
I don't know.
Rainbow scratched her head.
It's your decision, but I'd be very grateful if you traded with me.
Fluttershy bit her lip, trying to think of how to convince her to not say no.
I'm sure I could do something for you, if it'd help.
In bemused tone, Dash rubbed her muzzle.
Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking of going to watch the Great Dragon Migration and could use some company. The dragon?
Fluttershy's face paled and her knees suddenly turned to yellow. The thought of those giant, fire-breathing creatures were enough to give her nightmares. She almost told Rainbow no and to forget about the whole thing. But then she remembered what brought her here in the first place. Exhaling, Fluttershy nodded.
Oh, okay.
Rainbow Dash, just the idea that was a joke, was dumbstruck by Fluttershy's acceptance. She knew how scared Fluttershy was of, among other things, dragons. She not quickly tried to kill her over shock.
Well, yeah, and I want someone to help me out with price I had planned. Okay.
Fluttershy nodded, throwing Rainbow Dash for another loop.
Okay, and I wanted a partner to practice some wrestling moves. Could probably use one to practice the next spellcasting contest I decided to join.
Fluttershy nodded quickly.
I love you. Don't start thinking it.
What?
No!
Trixie, whatever is on your mind, I'm not thinking it.
You so totally are. I can recognize that look.
Nope, not thinking it.
You are, if not, are too.
Rainbow blinked at Fluttershy's continued agreement.
You really want this, don't you?
Okay, Trixie, what am I thinking about?
You're thinking of Fluttershy's thoughts, aren't you? Aren't you?
Trixie, I am shocked at you. There was no Fluttershy scene at all, and here you are thinking of it. Shameful shipper.
What? Trixie did. That is she. Oh.
With expression that could only be described as sheepish, yet determined, Fluttershy nodded. Dash sighed. She was really, really not looking forward to acting like Pansy. But given how far Fluttershy was willing to go for this, she'd feel like a complete heel she said no.
All right, if it means that much to you.
Rainbow relented with a barely subdued groan.
You can be Commander Herc.
Fluttershy suddenly surged forward to hug her tightly.
Thank you, Rainbow Dash. Thank you.
Fluttershy squeezed until Rainbow felt her eyes bulge.
Who knew Fluttershy could be that strong?
She thought she was strained to draw a breath.
Fluttershy, could you let me go? I need to breathe.
Fluttershy quickly released her.
Sorry.
What's going on? Twilight asked as she rejoined the others. Everything all right? Fluttershy nodded, but Rainbow answered.
Yeah, it's all good. Me and Fluttershy decided to switch parts is all.
Twilight looked surprised.
Oh, I didn't think about that. You sure?
Rainbow shrugged.
Yeah, it's fine. The princess doesn't want to put it on the play. I don't think she'll mind if we mix the roles up a bit.
If you're sure, Twilight smiled nervously.
I mean, it's not like I'm playing Clover to Clever, who only happen to be the most important and talented unicorns in history, who I had to represent for the play in Camelot, my hometown, in front of every pony.
Her ear began to twitch.
Come now, it's all right.
Rarity patted her back.
You do, Momsy. You're practically made for the role. But Clover was dignified, elegant, like you.
Twilight looked at her.
I can't get up there and have every pony comparing me to her. If any pony should be Clover to Clever, it's you.
Rarity hesitated.
Oh, well, I had wanted to style some of Princess Platinum's signature gowns.
The fighting look on Twilight's face stopped her short.
But if you're sure this is what you want, then I suppose I could try my hoof at it.
She smiled at the grateful looking Twilight.
Perhaps you'll find some new renewed confidence by taking on the role of a princess.
Me? A princess? Twilight snorted.
That's ridiculous. But thank you for agreeing to trade places with me.
Reckon that means me and Planky should switch too. For reals. Applejack tipped her head to Pinky. We'll make it 3 for 40.
Pinkie Pie bounced up and down. Yeah! Best friend role swappers forever! Woo!
Pinky cheered. Her dad noticed Fluttershy.
See what you started?
Fluttershy almost apologized before she caught Rainbow's amused smirk.
So, how about we meet tomorrow and go over our parts?
That sounds wonderful. Thank you.
She smiled, feeling her heart flare with delight. She hadn't thought she would be able to go through with it, but now that she had taken that first step, it felt good. The next day found Rainbow Dash knocking on the door of Fluttershy's cottage.
Oh, come in.
Fluttershy's soft voice called out.
I just need to finish being Angel.
There was the sound of something hitting the wall and shattering. Rainbow sighed and opened the door to find Fluttershy was scooping out the pieces of a broken bowl and scattered salad. An angry bunny scowled foul temperately at Fluttershy, then at Rainbow, when she entered her room.
Really?
I forgot the tomatoes.
Fluttershy explained meekly. Growing silent, Rainbow walked over.
Allow me.
She grabbed a carrot, dropped it on Angel's head.
Here, go, eat. We have to rehearse now.
Angel cheered something angrily, but didn't refuse the carrot.
I'll make you another salad later.
Fluttershy promised him.
Rainbow Dash and I really need to go over the scripts for Hearthwarming Eve pageant.
After Angel crossly hopped away, she turned back to Rainbow Dash.
I was just reading over the scripts earlier. They made the hurricane sounds like it'll be really fun to play.
Yeah. Commander Hurricane was pretty awesome.
Rainbow agreed, sitting back on Fluttershy's castle with a murdered groan.
A lot more than Private Pansy.
You don't like it very much, do you?
Fluttershy asked gently, ears dropping slightly. Rainbow shrugged.
Not really. I mean, what does she do? For most of the play, she sits there being whiny and scared.
She paused loud and over the top gasp.
Woo! Oh no! My own shadow! Eek!
She flew up, let out her gasp.
Oh no! Air!
She jumped back on the couch, nearly flattening Angel.
But I can't get out of the air without touching the ground, and that's scary too.
I'm so scared of everything. She pretended to sob. Fluttershy shrank down, looking at the floor.
Really? Is this gonna be embarrassing acting like that?
Rainbow sighed in a rough voice.
But it is just a play. I mean, this is not like how we really are or anything, right?
Right.
Fluttershy swallowed, biting her lip.
Excuse me, it's a bit dusty.
She hastily rubbed her eyes and took a deep breath.
You okay?
Rainbow asked after a moment.
I'm fine. Just needed a moment to get ready.
She resisted the urge to sigh of relief when she saw Rainbow accept her explanation. She took another deep breath and briefly closing her eyes as she tried to get into character.
I'm Commander Hurricane. I'm brave and fearless. How's that?
Rainbow Dash nodded.
Okay, it's a good start. Don't say it. Be it.
Oh, did I get it wrong?
Fluttershy over her head.
I'm sorry.
But Rainbow shook her head.
No, you didn't get it wrong. You just have to take it to the next level. I mean, you can't have your character announce how you feel. At least that's what Twilight says.
And that's what the Doublebot says too. And that makes me angry! She added parenthetically. Fluttershy looked up.
So, I had to, really get into character then?
Exactly,
Rainbow nodded firmly.
You're the commander of Pegasopolis. You have to show off that the Pegasai are strong and proud, and won't nuggle under the demands as a spoiled princess or empty-headed chancellor.
But Princess Platinum and Chancellor Puddinghead aren't so bad.
Fluttershy insisted.
You're the commander of the Pegasi, Dash pointed out. That means your first responsibility is to do right by them, and they're starving. It's up to you to save them.
So he picked up Angel, ignoring his angry flails.
You know how hard you tried to make him happy and well fed? Well, now you have to do it for the entire city, and the other leaders are just getting in our way.
Wait, sorry, I forgot. I need to be strong, not apologize. Sorry, ow.
Fluttershy frowned, raising her head, staring up at the couch.
No, wait, I'm not sorry. This animated hurricane is never sorry.
Rainbow Dash whooped, tossing Angel in the air.
That's it. Now you're getting it.
Angel landed neatly on a nearby pillow, gesturing rudely at her. Buoyed by Rainbow's praise, Fluttershy gave her a nervous but hopeful smile.
I am?
Fluttershy paused, quickly getting back to Catter.
Of course I am. I'm Commander Hurricane. I always get things right because I'm fierce and awesome.
Right.
Rainbow cleared her throat, trying to force herself to sound as soft and meek as possible, as he got her all row.
But, are you sure? I'm sorry. Maybe we could possibly think of sharing with the others?
Maybe we could share with them?
Fluttershy snoring thankfully.
Babies are for babies. Feeding us is the Earth Party's job. That was always the deal. We gave them good weather and protection. They gave us food. If they can't keep up their end of the bargain.
Rainbow crouched down, trying to make herself seem small.
But then what should we do? Everything's so cold. My feathers are freezing. We're all so hungry. We'll figure something else out. And sitting and crying isn't the solution, Pansy.
She said sternly.
Oh, I'm sorry. Never apologize. It's a sign of weakness. Now, they'll find a way to solve the food problem.
Fluttershy paced back and forth. Rainbow timidly spoke up.
We can always try working with the other tribes. They're hungry too.
Fluttershy whirled at her.
No! The Earth Ponies are already holding back food. The unicorns are probably using magic or something. They just try to cheat us. But what else can we do? Everything here is frozen, and our food stores are running out. We'll go somewhere else. We'll be better off without having to waste all our time taking care of Earth Ponies and unicorns anyway.
Fluttershy snored contemptuously. Rainbow flipped for a few pages. Her part with the ponies to find out what would become Equestria, and were preparing to fight over it. She waited until Fluttershy caught up, before resuming.
I think we should stay calm, sir.
Rainbow raised her hoof.
When I want your opinion, I'll give it to you private.
Fluttershy snapped in something sort of a parade ground bellow.
We need to be strong and fearless, private, not a bunch of whining fraidy cats.
Rainbow pulled her hoof down, whimpering.
Yes, sir.
Daisy grinned wildly.
You're doing great, Fluttershy. You'll not go dead in Care-a-Lot.
Of course I will. I'm Commander Hurricane.
Now, it doesn't work on my Pansy. Any ideas?
Fluttershy replied, almost immediately.
Be scared of everything.
Be weak and useless, like you said.
Her wings twitched.
Yeah, I guess. You sound like you're really good at getting into characters' heads, Shy. Maybe you missed your calling.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Fluttershy demurred, or catching herself puffing out her chest.
But I'm really good at acting.
Dash nodded.
I'll say. How'd she get so good at getting Hurricane?
I just tried to imagine how you...
Fluttershy paused and proceeded to cough.
Excuse me. I just tried to imagine how he would act. Hurricane is.
You must be a big fan of his. You got him down awfully fast.
Rainbow stood next to her.
Wait until the others see how good you are. Bet you they'll be totally jealous.
Fluttershy looked at Rainbow Dash, surprised that she stood eye level to her. She thought for a moment perhaps she had undergone a growth spurt without realizing what the cause really was. She was crouching down and had her head lowered. She was standing tall and proud.
Thank you. I guess I really am talented.
You are.
Rainbow patted her back with a wing.
Didn't think you had it in you.
Of course I did. And you make a good Pansy.
Gee, thanks.
Fluttershy's Rainbow Dash's tone was only slightly drier than Sal Arabia.
Can't imagine having to be like that all the time.
Fluttershy paused.
I would never want to be like that. I'd rather be like Hurricane.
Me too.
Rainbow rubbed Fluttershy's mane slightly.
You're pretty awesome, Shy.
Yes.
A proud smile crossed Fluttershy's face.
Yes, I am.
Angel tentatively tapped his paw against the floor, waiting for his new salad. Fluttershy looked down, frowning.
I made you a salad you decided to throw it to the ground, so now you can have a carrot to hold you over till dinner.
Maybe that will teach you not to throw a temper tantrum.
Fluttershy tried past the stunned bunny, as his carrot fell out of his mouth with a shock. Chapter 2. The next day, Rainbow Dash woke up late and had to rush over to Town Hall for the rehearsals. She made her way in. She saw Rarity and Pinkie Pie sitting to the side, while others were sitting around a table. She figured that when she hadn't showed up, the girls had decided to practice a scene she wasn't in. She made her way over to Rarity and Pinkie.
Hey guys, sorry about that.
Rarity gave an ironic smirk.
I feel to comment on the fastest pony in Equestria always being innate, but I'll forgo making any remarks.
It's okay, Rarity. The fastest man alive is always late. Sorry about that, Iris.
Whatever.
Reba rolled her eyes before nodding to the group on stage.
How's it going?
Pinkie gave her best country-style answer.
How nice, partner. It's like going a great steak in a sugarcane field.
Wow, so that's good?
Reba looked to Rarity quickly, who could only spread her hose and shrug.
Okay, how about you?
Rarity cleared her throat.
Yes, well, I'm doing quite well. In fact, it would be mendacious to say otherwise.
Rainbow Dash blinked. She elaborated.
Since Kevin was known for her attentions, I thought I'd try to improve my vocabulary to better reflect her genius.
Rainbow looked unconvinced.
Huh. Sounds weird to me.
Really? Rarity stiffed.
I suggest that you suffer from hippopotamophobia and not be so ultra-serpentian to comment on another's acting. Smile and nod and back away slowly.
Rainbow thought to herself as she looked to the stage. Fluttershy, Twilight, and Applejack stood around a table, glowering at each other. Strange as the sight was, the things they were saying made it more surreal.
Why are you overgrown beasts making it snow so much?
Applejack, as Chancellor Pudding had demanded.
It's so cold we can't grow any food. I even tried playing poker to the pansies. My poor trail bushes have never looked worse.
From outside, Pinkie grumbled.
Being funny doesn't mean putting random words together.
Doggone it.
Oh, us pisses again, Motherbrains. You see where that gets you?
Fluttershy growled.
And it gets through your thick, dirt-loving heads. We aren't doing anything wrong.
Sea Crystal looked over at Twilight.
I can't speak for the pinheads, though.
Twilight huffed, her nose pointed straight up in the air.
As princess, I can assure you that we unicorns are not responsible for this calamity either. I resent your institutions to the contrary. Your community has not ascended with these proceedings, nor made it easier to find a resolution.
Guys, do you know how weird this is?
I'm imitating the girls, imitating as other versions of themselves.
Like a contemptuous roll of her eyes, Fluttershy sat back down and crossed her forelegs over her chest.
You want respect? How about if you stop hoarding all the food? My pig and I are going hungry, and we're the ones who keep us safe from dragons and other monsters while you're sitting back and getting fat.
She tilted her head meaningfully to the others' flanks. Outrage greeted her words.
Are you crazy?
Applejack protested.
Wait, no, that's me. But still, we can't grow food if we have to burrow through all this snow. Have you ever seen a mole in the garden? I sure haven't, and I looked.
Twilight looked equally scandalized, and not to break character. Maybe you think you can alter your dialogue a little, Fluttershy? I really not have every pony in my audience looking at my flank, or even think about it. She checked her rear, trying to reassure herself it wasn't too big.
We're supposed to be the leaders of pony kind,
Fluttershy said firmly.
You really think Commander Hurricane would mince words just because it might hurt some pony's feelings, or the fate of the world on the line?
That was a good uneasy. Still, maybe you could just... If it's for the sake of historical accuracy, Twilight bit her lip, then I guess I could deal with it. I mean, it is a play after all. Plus, I'll be wearing a cape. You sure? Applejack asked. Because if you aren't... Fluttershy interrupted.
Twilight says he was okay with it. We still need to get through the scene.
Twilight nodded, and Applejack sat back in her seat. Alright, Land. So, kumquats? His visitor seated until she felt obligated to relate. Shall get in character. I'll think of Planky saying the most crazy thing I can think of and go from there.
Okay. So, it's time for you ponies to pull your flabby weight around here. We Pegasi deserve more of the food in order to keep you all safe.
We can't grow enough crops for our families, let alone the rest of you, Applejack protested. Besides, if it wasn't for us Earth ponies, you would have started a long time ago. Farmers hard work. That's why we should keep whatever's left. She looked to Twilight. Why don't you unicorns those men to get more food for you Pegasi?
Because star swirls for a law of thermodynamics. Try began before catching herself, ear lowering. Sorry. She coughed. Or tilting her back up, sniffing snootily. I mean, any unicorn child could tell you that it's impossible to simply make food, or anything else out of nothing. Were that possible, we long since giving you both a brain to fill the empty cavities that houses your eyes. Fluttershy slammed her hoof on the table, making the others practically jump in the air. Nobody talks that way to the commander of Pegasopolis! Watch it, or else we're going to have to take this outside. Oh, I do! Snowballs at 10 places. Applejack got excited. Wait, no, it's too cold, and all the snow's frozen together like ice. Never mind, I'm out of ideas. What do you call an earth pony with no ideas? Fluttershy asked rhetorically, before giving her own answer. Gifted! Twilight shook her head. I've had enough. When you allopated dullards wish to discuss this manner of saving ponykind, I will deign you with my presence, and not before. The stomach ruined queenly demeanor, and she chuckled sheepishly. Sorry. How about y'all take a break for lunch? Applejack got up and stretched. I'm so hungry I can eat my hat. She looked up at her pudding-filled hat, clung to flank of it. No eating the costumes, Reggie said firmly, shooting her a warning look as Sierra joined him. I'd already had this conversation with Pinky. Pinky pouted. You nibble on some edible lingerie once, and no pony ever lets you forget it. Rarity grit her teeth. Except those weren't the edible ones. Silly Rarity, if I ate them, they were edible. Pinky patted her friend's head. Otherwise, I couldn't have eaten them. Rarity faced up. Do you think you can make a fest for Smart Cookie out of bread? I still can't believe a pony named Smart Cookie doesn't get even to wear any of the cookies. It's just common sense. It's as plain as the nose on the antelope's cantaloupe. No pony knew what to make of that. Culture expresses aren't your strong suit, Planky. Applejack rolled her eyes. You might want to try something else to get into character. In my case, I think of two things that have nothing in common and slam them together in a sentence. She tapped her hoof against the floor. How about them waffle fish? They're sure hard to hang on to, especially once you add syrup. On her side, Pinky shook her head. Applejack, that's not being quirky or offbeat. That's just being weird for the sake of weird. Applejack's incredulous gaze said it all. Wish I could figure out what makes down old pony like Smart Cookie tick. It's lazy, Applejack exclaimed. First thing you gotta do is sit in the park. Now, you know the way I talk? Pinkie Pie tilted her head. What way? Now it's every pony's turn to look incredulous. Applejack coughed. Well, you know. No, I don't. What do you mean? My dulcet tones. Applejack, when Pinkie blinked in confusion, Applejack brought her a little more. My vernacular? My unique method of articulation? Pinkie's eyes widened in understanding. Oh, I get it. You mean your funny accent. Applejack cracked up. Applejack fumed. I do not. I have a funny accent. So it's a boring accent? Pinkie scratched her head. That's so fun. I ain't got any kind of accent like you. Applejack faced Hoof, grumbling. Pinkie patted her head comfortably, inadvertently knocking her hand over her eyes. You should listen to me, Applejack. Smart Cookie's one smart cookie, and so am I. She quickly put on a pair of glasses and sat her down, her head resting on her hoof as she sat in a pondering pose. Chancellor, I think we should do something super smart, but I'll say it with more ridiculous countryisms than a hound dog in a henhouse. Oh, yeah? Applejack wilded her eyes to cross and began to hop around like she was on a sugar rush. Well, hell it. I love being weird. Like, nothing I gotta make like a sense, but every pony will love me anyway. I can even say total nonsense just to make ponies laugh. Rock like eating weasels with chainsaws on an island with a skipper. Y'all laughing yet? Pinkie Pie gasped. No, you can't just say any old thing. You have to make sense of your nonsense, Applejack. Well, you can't be a farm pony just by saying any old ridiculous country experience, doggone it! Applejack stamped her hoof. Oh, yeah? Pinkie dove behind a curtain, emerging a heartbeat later with a ragged straw hat and a pair of overalls. Ow, drippy drawers! Twilight's stomach rumbled again, quickly echoing Fluttershy's. Maybe we should get something to eat, Fluttershy said firmly, heading out the door without looking into the air, scrambled to catch up. We can go to your corner! Pinkie Pie forward. I have been working on a new cake recipe that has cinnamon, vanilla, strawberry, and some of Maud's special conundrum flakes. Zach tossed her own suggestion in. Granny Smith's been baking some pies for the country fair. I'm sure she's got a few extras for us, too. There's no restaurant I've been meaning to visit, Fluttershy spoke over to her. Let's eat there. Those don't sound like good ideas, Twilight suggested. Maybe we should all talk about... Once again, Fluttershy interrupted. I wanted to go last week, but we went to Sugar Cute's Corner instead. This time we'll try the new place. You did? Rarity asked. I'm sorry, we didn't know. You didn't say anything. Which is why I'm saying it now. First I looked at them firmly, then began heading to the restaurant, not looking back to see if they were coming with her or not. After a brief moment, amid some confused glances to one another, her friends began to follow her. The train to Camelot chugged along, the falling snow whirling around the windows, slowing them down. But the cabins were warm and cozy. The group had managed to get one entirely to themselves, and still had plenty of space to get some rehearsing in, and in Rarity's case, work on the costumes. Rainbow Dash was idly looking through a Wonderbolt magazine when Twilight walked past, saddlebags brimming with books. She couldn't help commenting. You do realize that there are books at Camelot, right? Oh, I do! Twilight beamed, quickly finding a book-filled saddlebag comfortable with familiar weight. I was just going to talk to Rarity about Clover the Clever. I thought you didn't want to play her, Rainbow Star magazine implied. Have any second thoughts? Twilight shook her head. No, I'm not. But even if I'm not playing Clover the Clever, I can still help Rarity familiarize herself with the part. I read 4 major biographies of Clover, as well as her diary. I also made some additions to Rarity's dialogue to better match Clover's vocabulary, as well as let the audience know about some of her other accomplishments. Seriously? Rainbow shook her head and sat back down as Twilight made her way to Rarity, who was wearing her work glasses with an look of almost concentration on her face. She was so focused on her work that it took Rarity a moment to realize Twilight was waiting on her. Oh, it is Twilight. Pardon me, I was just making some minor adjustments to our costumes. Adjustments? Twilight tilted her head. I didn't think our measurements were that different. She tentatively poked her own belly before turning to judge if her rump had gotten bigger. Rarity waved off her fears and chortled. Oh, goodness, no. Never fear. Your figure is quite lovely and very in sync for a pony who spends most of her days reading. Twilight almost objected to that last comment. I saw the barely hidden grin on Rarity's face and realized he was being teased. Rarity teared. Sorry, darling. I couldn't resist. In any case, I'm not knitting them out or anything. No, I'm simply improving on the designs a little. That drew Twilight short. Improving? Of course. Rarity nodded distractedly with a wave of her hoof, and the outfits he had delicately laid on some empty seats. Now, the craftsmanship is quite lovely, but some of their choices could use a little updating. But they were designed to look period specific, to look as much like the actual outfits worn by Princess Platinum and Clover the Clever. Twilight protested. Rarity looked practically pained. Twilight, darling, historical accuracy is all valid, good, but this is a pageant. We're putting on a show. If we don't look good, the message doesn't look good. Well, what's the point of looking good if the message has been altered? Twilight carried. How good would it look during the performance if we had to stop every few moments to scratch our bums because historically accurate wool outfits is worse than poison ivy? Rarity responded, quirking the elegant eyebrow for emphasis. But you have such an eye for detail, Twilight exclaimed. How can you be okay with this? Rarity nodded. That's precisely why I wish to change things. See this stitch here? It's too restrictive on a pony like you. It could tear if you make too sudden a gesture. Another bolt of fabric is too close to the color of your coat. No pony would even realize you were wearing anything. She set her working glasses down. I realize this isn't something you're used to, but possession and presentation matters. It affects how one receives a message. If you show up looking like you were dragged through a mud puddle, your audience would be distracted. Focus more on that than whatever you were talking about. But if you change the outfits for what they're expecting to something new, won't that distract them too? Twilight pointed out. You're replacing the appearance over the message. Since the dialogue changes with each performance, it makes it more important for everything else, the sets, the props, the costumes, to be the same so the audience is grounded in something familiar. Rarity winced as Twilight paused. You're changing more than the costumes, are you? Some of the props are so old and tacky, they were just begging for an update, Rarity hurriedly explained. Twilight shook her head. No. You can't do that. You can't just change everything. I just reworked your crown a little. Rarity eagerly lifted up Platinum's crown, now enlarged and crusted with jewels. Caught the light and reflected into every pony's eyes, blinding them. Rainbow threw her wings to block the light. Whoa! Turn down the bling, Rarity! Pinkie Pie yelled as she covered her eyes. Burns like a dragon and a cinder flake, darn it! Applesack's glory was ruined by her eyes watering. Thinking quickly, Twilight used her magic to draw the blinds, cutting out the light. After waiting for the spots in her vision to fade, Twilight looked back to Rarity in the crown. Rarity, it doesn't look like anything like Princess Platinum's crown. It's been re-recorded dozens of sketches and carvings from the period. She blinked as she got a better look at it. I don't even think Princess Celestia's crown has that many jewels in it. Rarity pursed her lips. Twilight, I'm aware this may not be the most accurate of props, but it's designed to complement your appearance and costume. I carefully designed it to convey the regal splendor that Platinum possessed. Her expression softened. Part of being a play is to become larger than life, to step into a role thoroughly outside your norm, and inspire others through your acting. Twilight shook her head. But this isn't a made-up play. It's a historical reenactment. A reenactment that where we're coming up with our own dialogue, because no pony knows what was actually said. Rarity pointed out wirily. Some liberties are inherited in the nature of work. That doesn't give us license to change things we know for a fact, Twilight carried, like your dialogue. Rarity huffed. What about my dialogue? It's inspired. You could use a bit of adjusting, Twilight allowed diplomatic. You're just using impressive-sounding words out of context. Most of them weren't even used in this time period. It doesn't make you sound clever. It makes you sound, well, pretentious. Rarity waved her hoof. Darling, you're being disingenuous. I'm employing the appropriate vernacular for some pony a clever the cleverest intellect. That way, I can highlight the capricious nature of the, quid pro quo that will mark the accompaniment between ponies in the days of yore. Twilight wore the expression of a deep personal pain. No, just no, she sighed. Star-Shoulder Bearded once said the most valuable talent is that never using two words more than one will do. Now, I made some notes based on our syntax and grammar style, complete with period-accurate words. Words that no pony who isn't a scholar will know. Rarity quirked her brow before sighing. Twilight, I appreciate your dedication to your vision of historical accuracy, but in my experience, sometimes the customer isn't always right. Sometimes I have a pony come into my shop with their own idea for an outfit that, for whatever reason, simply cannot work. Thus I have to use my own creative judgment to determine how to best achieve the result they truly desire. I think the same applies here as well. Twilight shook her head severely. I hardly think there's anything wrong with being historically accurate. Not to mention, we're preserving the memory of Equestria. We can't feed ponies lie about the founding of our nation. Twilight. Rarity's eyes twitched ever so slightly. I'm sure you're just trying to help. Why do you feel like I should remind you that I did give up the role of Princess Platinum because you wanted to trade? I think it's a bit unique to quibble about the details of how I choose to perform the role you gave up. Well, Twilight looked equally hurt. It was too late for me to give you advice on how to accurately portray Clever, then maybe it's too late for you to make a distance to Princess Platinum's historical outfits. Rainbow Dash walked over, spread her wings between them. Whoa, easy, ladies. She looked over to the others. But Applejack and Pinkie were too busy with their argument on over how to be random and country-like. Then she walked over to Fluttershy, who had remained seated throughout the whole argument, idly flipping through a book. Hey, Fluttershy, back me up here? Fluttershy looked up, her face impassive.
Why? If you want a burger like Foles, why not let them?
She turned back her book, idly flipping a page.
It's not my job to play peacemaker every time there's some petty squabble.
Rainbow Dash's eyes widened, rocking back on her host.
What?
Humming slightly, Fluttershy slammed her book closed.
Honestly,
She frowned.
I think there's something wrong with me because I'm not whimpering and curled up in a corner because somebody raised their voice, isn't it?
She stood up.
Maybe I'm tired of being whining and scared. If you don't like it, well,
She struggled for a moment.
then that's too bad.
Fluttershy hopped off her seat.
I'm gonna be sleeping in cabin. But first, I'm gonna find a conductor and give him a piece of my mind about these uncomfortable seats.
With that, she stormed out the cabin, slamming the door closed behind her. Rainbow was blinking in confused silence as her friends continued to obliviously flicker around her.